Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the 3-Day Workweeks podcast. Today, we're going to talk about how to impress your audience, and that includes your clients, your customers, your students, anybody that's in your realm. So, if you're new to the podcast, my name is Kate Waldo Jones. I am a systems and efficiency expert. I'm obsessed with helping you live an easier and more enjoyable life as an entrepreneur, as a business owner who's at six figures, scaling past that, trying to do it in a way that doesn't just burn you the heck out and you just don't even enjoy life. We want to enjoy what we're creating, and we want to be a light and an inspiration to others. We have to do that by taking care of ourselves and taking care of our businesses and loving on them so that they are in alignment with us and our beliefs and what we want to share with the world. So let's get into it. This one's going to be short and sweet. So when it comes to impressing your audience, really what we're talking about is how can we give them the best experience with us as a company? So it's tricky where it's not just about you, but you have to think about you as a person, as a consumer. When you interact with a business, what are those things that make it super special, that make you feel loved, seen, appreciated, heard, valued in that experience? If you think about the difference between a just like run-of-the-mill Holiday Inn Express, your experience there when you check in is very not special. There's nothing special about it. They're like, here's your room key, snacks or ice machines over there. Maybe they tell you that. Elevators are over there. Bye. But when you check into a 5-star hotel, they're like greeting you by name. They say, we have your room ready. We noticed that you requested special pillows. We've got those for you. Would you like to set up something with the spa? We have XYZ going on in the lobby tonight. Would you like some recommendations for your dinner? All of those kind of things that you're like, ooh, this is so nice. I like this. Yeah, you're paying for it. And people, as an entrepreneur, like you want to be on that higher end. That's where you get the whole 80-20 Pareto's principle, 80% of the money coming from 20% of the people, and those are the really good quality clients. Like 80% of the 80% of the problems coming from 20% of the clients. Let's get rid of those. So we want to be on that high end. We want to be that 5-star experience. How do we create that no matter what kind of business you have for your clients, your students, your customers? First, we want to think about their experience with you in the way of how do you want to experience whatever it is that you sell. How do you want to be spoken to? How do you want to be interacted with? How do you want to be communicated with? How do you want to be treated? Do you want someone to overshare with you, over communicate with you, give you all the details of everything, and that's what makes you feel good? Or do you just need the highlights and then an option to ask for more help? What does that look like for you? Because this is something that has taken me years of being an entrepreneur to figure out, is that grace and ease comes with doing what is natural to you. So you may say, oh, my customer wants this. But if it's not what you like and what you enjoy experiencing, it's going to be a lot more challenging for you to deliver that experience to them. So if you can align your process and your customer and client audience experience with you in the same way that you like to experience things, it's going to be a really easy flowing back and forth for you. For example, say we're talking about a content creator. I am a very organized person. I like things to make logical sense. I like to be able to anticipate where to look for something and where to find something that I'm interested in. So if If a content creator is doing some type of series and they save it all to a blog post, that is amazing for me and they talk about, hey, I posted a lot of this stuff on Instagram. I know a lot of things go out of order, but if you're interested, I did an entire blog post on all the different pieces that I talked about during this week or this month. It's in one place for you here. I love that because that's the way I like to operate. If I hate online shopping, so I want to be really efficient about it. So say it's a fashion blogger and I'm able to go on their website and I know that there is a post that's all about, let's say, jeans. They are all in one place and they're all linked and I know what I'm going in for. I know what I'm going to find when I get there, and that is how they consistently share their things. Now, that's what I like. That may not be what you like. You may like a totally different experience, but in that example, say that they continue to do that process and they stick to it where, yeah, they share a lot of maybe it is out of order or just whenever it feels good on social media, but they always wrap it up in a blog post that recaps everything. And I know that I can go and find that. I am so much more likely to continue to consume their content and interact with it, buy from them, shop with them, because I know what to expect. I know what I'm getting. And the process is pretty clear. It makes sense, right? So when you have a process that is very clear and streamlined, your clients are going to get so much better of an experience with you. They're going to feel like they know what to expect. That makes them feel safe and they feel seen in that process. And when you stick to it, then they continue to know what to expect. So they know that this is how things are going to be. When I interact with Kate, it's going to be this way. This is how we communicate. This is how we ask questions. This is how we are able to consume our content. This is where the content will go. This is where I can find it again. All those things make you feel really good, give you all the warm fuzzies. So first you're going to think about their experience with you and keep in mind your ideal experience, because that's what you'll be able to deliver best on, is what your ideal experience is. Then create a process and stick to it so that people know what to expect from you. So that plays into consistency, being consistent about how you interact with your people, how you share what you sell, how you do customer service. Be consistent in that. And yes, it's going to take trial and error, but when you're at this 6-figure mark and you're wanting to scale beyond that, everything you do needs to be really systematized. That's why we have the whole Smarter Not Harder program, because every aspect of what you do is only scalable once there's a system around it. And then the final piece is authenticity. This plays into everything we just talked about, that the more authentic you are, I know this is such a buzzword right now, but the more, let's say, in alignment you are with yourself, with who you are, with what experiences, processes, things that you're sharing, the more authentic you are with yourself. You're not just doing what you think people want. You're doing what you like and what you want and what you want to share and what you want to provide for people. The easier it's going to go. Because I have been there where I have forced a product or a service that I felt like people either should want or they did want, but I didn't want to deliver, and it doesn't go well. It just doesn't work well. Yeah, maybe you can sell some of it, but that's not very impressive. People can tell when your heart is really in it and when it's not. So it's just going to be so much easier. It doesn't matter what tactics or what hot new thing people are talking about in the business world. If it's authentic to you, you will be able to sell it better, share it better, create a better experience, and your audience will be so impressed with you because they can tell that this is really coming from your true inner source. If you believe in God, if you believe in the universe and a higher power, that is where those things come through you. You're a vessel for whatever you're sharing versus trying to force something that is hot right now or you think you should do or you're being asked to do but you don't like it. So think about their experience with you, include your own ideal experience, have a process, be consistent and stick to it, and then be authentic to yourself. That's really the way to impress your audience, your students, your clients, your customers, and overall just make sure that people feel seen, heard, appreciated, loved. Your team as well. That includes your team. So love on your people the way that you would want to be treated as an employee, because that will come through in everything you do as well. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to hear more about how to streamline all of those systems we talked about in your business, check out Smarter Not Harder, our signature program for 3-day work weeks for millennial entrepreneurs. That is on our website, katewaldoandco.com/smarter not harder. You can also go to the home page and click on programs, and it will be a clickable link in this episode in the show notes as well. So we'll talk to you next time.